What really happens to your body years after your gallbladder has been removed? If you had gallbladder surgery months or even years ago, you may have wondered whether your digestion is supposed to feel different now. Maybe certain foods suddenly bother you. Maybe you experience bloating after meals. Or perhaps you feel completely normal and have almost forgotten that you ever had the surgery. Here's something important to understand. Most people can live a normal, healthy life without a gallbladder. But removing the gallbladder does change the way bile moves through your digestive system. And for some people, those changes can continue long after the surgery. Your gallbladder is a small, pear-shaped organ located underneath your liver. Its main job is to store and concentrate bile, a digestive fluid produced by the liver. When you eat a meal, especially one containing fat, the gallbladder normally contracts and releases stored bile into the small intestine. After gallbladder removal, your liver continues making bile, but there is no longer a gallbladder to store it. Instead, bile flows more continuously from the liver into the intestine. For many people, the body adapts to this change without major problems, but others may notice digestive symptoms such as loose stools, urgency, bloating, abdominal discomfort, or difficulty tolerating very fatty meals. And here's the part many people don't know. Having your gallbladder removed does not mean you need to follow a strict low-fat diet forever. Your long-term diet depends on how your body responds, your overall health, and whether you have other digestive or medical conditions. In today's video, we'll explain what happens inside your body years after gallbladder removal, why some people develop digestive changes, which foods may be easier to tolerate, and which symptoms should never simply be blamed on the surgery. Stay with me until the end, because we'll also discuss an important warning sign that may require medical evaluation even if your gallbladder was removed many years ago. Welcome to Dr. Bile, where we make health information simple, practical, and easy to understand. Now let's look at what actually happens inside your body after the gallbladder is removed. To understand the long-term changes, we first need to understand what the gallbladder normally does. Your liver continuously produces bile. Bile helps your body digest and absorb fats and fat-soluble vitamins from the food you eat. Before surgery, the gallbladder acts like a small storage container. It collects bile from the liver and concentrates it. When you eat a meal, especially a meal containing fat, your digestive system signals the gallbladder to release bile into the small intestine. But after gallbladder removal, there is no storage container anymore. The liver still makes bile, but bile flows more directly into the small intestine. For most people, this isn't a major problem. Your digestive system can adapt. However, because bile is no longer released in the same concentrated burst after meals, some people may notice changes in digestion. Why fatty foods may cause problems. One of the most common complaints after gallbladder surgery is difficulty tolerating large or very fatty meals. A meal containing a lot of fried food, butter, heavy cream, fatty meat, or other high-fat ingredients can be harder for some people to tolerate. This may lead to symptoms such as loose stools, urgency to use the bathroom, bloating, gas, abdominal discomfort. Some people notice these symptoms only occasionally, while others experience them more frequently. There is also a condition called bile acid diarrhea, which can occur when excess bile acids reach the colon and contribute to watery or urgent bowel movements. The good news is that persistent symptoms can often be evaluated and treated. Does everyone need a low-fat diet forever? No, this is an important point. You do not automatically need to avoid fat for the rest of your life simply because your gallbladder was removed. Many people eventually return to a normal, balanced diet. The key is learning how your body responds. Instead of eating one extremely large, high-fat meal, some people do better with smaller meals spread throughout the day. Choosing healthier sources of fat, such as fish, nuts, seeds, and moderate amounts of olive oil, may also be easier to tolerate than large amounts of fried or heavily processed foods. If you continue having diarrhea, severe abdominal pain, or significant digestive problems long after surgery, don't simply assume it's something you have to live with. Your doctor can investigate other possible causes and determine whether treatment could help. We'll discuss several long-term changes people may experience years after gallbladder removal, including diarrhea, bloating, weight changes, and why some symptoms should never be ignored. Long-term changes and common symptoms. Years after gallbladder removal, many people feel completely normal, but others continue to notice changes in the way their digestive system behaves. These symptoms are usually manageable, but understanding them can help you recognize when something is normal and when you should speak with a doctor. Change number 1, frequent or loose stools. One of the most common long-term complaints is having looser or more frequent bowel movements. As we discussed, bile flows more continuously into the intestine after gallbladder removal. In some people, excess bile acids can reach the colon and contribute to diarrhea or urgency. This is sometimes called bile acid diarrhea. If you occasionally have loose stools after eating a heavy meal, it may not be a serious problem, But if diarrhea continues for weeks, repeatedly wakes you at night, causes dehydration, or interferes with your daily life, don't simply blame your old surgery. There may be treatments available, and your doctor can determine whether bile acids or another digestive condition are responsible. Change number 2, bloating and gas. Some people notice more bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort after gallbladder removal. These symptoms can be triggered by large meals, very fatty foods, certain carbohydrates, or other individual food sensitivities. Keeping a simple food diary can help you identify patterns. Write down what you eat and how you feel afterward. You may discover that a particular food consistently causes problems. Change number 3, changes in weight. Weight can change after gallbladder surgery, but there isn't one predictable pattern for everyone. Some people lose weight because they temporarily eat less while recovering. Others may gain weight later when they return to their usual eating habits. Gallbladder removal itself doesn't automatically cause long-term weight gain or weight loss. Your overall diet, physical activity, age, metabolism, and other health conditions have much more influence. That's why focusing on a balanced diet and regular movement is more useful than blaming every weight change on the surgery. Change number 4, persistent abdominal pain. Here's where you need to pay attention. If you're experiencing ongoing or severe pain years after gallbladder removal, don't automatically assume it's simply a consequence of surgery. Abdominal pain can have many causes, including acid reflux, ulcers, pancreatitis, liver problems, intestinal disorders, or other conditions. Sometimes, people can also experience symptoms related to problems in the bile ducts even after the gallbladder has been removed. That's why persistent or unexplained pain deserves proper medical evaluation. And if abdominal pain is severe or sudden, especially when accompanied by fever, repeated vomiting, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, or significant weakness, seek medical attention promptly. The important message is that gallbladder removal usually allows people to live normally, but persistent symptoms should still be investigated. Discuss practical foods and eating habits that may make digestion easier after gallbladder removal, plus the warning signs that should never be ignored. What to eat, what to limit, plus when to see a doctor. If you've had your gallbladder removed, you don't necessarily need a complicated diet for the rest of your life. The goal is usually to eat a balanced diet and pay attention to the foods your body tolerates. Let's look at some practical habits that may make digestion easier. Tip number 1, avoid very large, fatty meals. One of the biggest problems after gallbladder removal can be eating a large amount of fat all at once. Instead of having one heavy meal filled with fried foods, fatty meat, creamy sauces, or large portions of butter, try spreading your food throughout the day. Smaller meals may be easier for some people to digest. You don't need to eliminate all fat. Healthy fats from foods such as fish, nuts, seeds, and moderate amounts of olive oil can be part of a balanced diet. The key is moderation and paying attention to your symptoms. Tip number 2, increase fiber. Gradually, fiber is important for healthy digestion, but suddenly adding a very large amount can cause gas and bloating. If you're trying to improve your diet, increase fiber gradually through foods such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, and other plant foods. Give your digestive system time to adjust. And remember to drink enough fluids unless your healthcare provider has told you to restrict them. Tip number 3, watch your personal triggers. There isn't one universal list of foods that everyone must avoid after gallbladder removal. Some people may notice problems after fried foods. Others may react to very spicy meals, large portions, caffeine, dairy products, or certain high-fiber foods. Keep track of what you eat and how you feel afterward. This can help you identify your own triggers, rather than unnecessarily eliminating large numbers of foods. When should you see a doctor? Don't ignore symptoms simply because you had gallbladder surgery in the past. Speak with your healthcare provider if you have persistent diarrhea, ongoing abdominal pain, repeated vomiting, unexplained weight loss, or digestive symptoms that interfere with daily life. And seek urgent medical attention if you develop severe abdominal pain. Fever, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, or repeated vomiting. These symptoms can have many causes and may require prompt evaluation. Remember, gallbladder removal itself is usually not a reason to live in fear of food. For most people, the digestive system adapts over time. Your job is to give your body nutritious foods, avoid huge meals that trigger symptoms, stay active, and seek medical advice when something doesn't seem right. We'll summarize what happens years after gallbladder removal and the most important message for anyone who has had this surgery. Conclusion plus. Outro, let's bring everything together. If you've had your gallbladder removed, perhaps years ago, the most important thing to remember is this. You can live a normal and healthy life without a gallbladder. Your gallbladder is useful, but it isn't essential for survival. Your liver continues to produce bile after surgery. The main difference is that the bile is no longer stored and concentrated in the gallbladder before being released into the intestine. Instead, it flows more continuously into your digestive system. For many people, the body adapts remarkably well to this change, but some people experience long-term digestive symptoms. You may notice loose stools, urgency, bloating, gas, or discomfort after eating certain meals. Large amounts of fatty food may be particularly difficult for some people to tolerate. If that happens, don't assume you need to completely eliminate fat from your diet. Instead, try eating smaller meals, choosing healthier sources of fat, and avoiding very large or greasy meals that trigger your symptoms. You can also gradually increase fiber through vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and other nutritious foods. And remember that everyone's body is different. A food that causes problems for one person may be perfectly comfortable for another. That's why paying attention to your own symptoms is so important. But there's another message I want you to remember. Not every digestive problem years after gallbladder removal is caused by the surgery. Persistent abdominal pain, ongoing diarrhea, unexplained weight loss, vomiting, or other unusual symptoms can have many different causes. Don't simply accept them as something you have to live with. Talk to your healthcare provider. And if you experience severe abdominal pain, fever, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, or repeated vomiting, seek medical attention promptly. Your body may have changed after gallbladder surgery, but that doesn't mean your health has to suffer. With a balanced diet, regular physical activity, healthy weight management, and appropriate medical care, most people can continue living active and fulfilling lives. So if your gallbladder was removed years ago, don't be afraid of your food. Instead, learn what your body tolerates, make sensible choices, and listen to changes that persist. Thank you for watching Dr. Bilal. If you found this video helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more simple and practical health information for adults over 50 and 60. And if someone you know has had gallbladder removal, share this video with them. It may help them understand what their body is experiencing and when they should seek professional advice. Remember, gallbladder removal changes the way bile is stored, not your ability to live a healthy life. Take care of your digestive health, stay active, stay informed, and never ignore persistent symptoms. I'll see you in the next video.